Hello there! Welcome to JonnyBuildz. I'm your host, of course, Johnny, and this is going to be a different stream than I normally do. Some things that I found out. Oops, I had to turn my background music down. Wow, that's loud. I was going through some stuff this past weekend and trying to clean up my Lego room a little bit. Hi, Greg. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream, and whoever else has joined up. I've got some really interesting stuff that I want to go through because it's going to potentially help with some other stuff down the road with doing some models and things like that. But I found some really, really cool stuff in a box as I was cleaning out to try and organize my room a little bit more. So I found some stuff like this. This is like an original Lego ideas book, okay? From, I don't know if you can see the date. This is from like 1987. It's really hard to see the date. And I was going through it a little bit and finding out that like Lego used to do all kinds of things with like giving ideas for people like to build stuff. You know, it was all just like customly done things. And you know, all this stuff they had to build at one point. It's kind of neat to see it all. And they went through the different, they actually started with like bigger sets, like Duplo-ish type sets or whatever in these things. And then we go like, this is town. We got some space. These are space sets that you could design. I actually remember building some of these when I was younger. And like this would be pretty cool to build as a kid, you know? And then they also did some castle scenes. Like this is like a sawmill that you could build, a little carriage that you could build, stuff like that. And also amongst this are some of my original instruction. Well, first of all, this is kind of like the little things that they would give you in your sets that said, okay, this is the series that you're in, you know, look at this, you know, see, those are like old style space shuttle and things that they had, old tower for launching, pirates. This is like when pirates first came out. Technic. I mean, look how Technic looked back then. It was just a whole bunch of like long blocks and things. It was nowhere near as sophisticated as it was. This is all back from the 80s. And so, and this is a different one. This is as you got a little further along. And so along with these are some of my original instructions. So this is like Space Police. This is like the original Space Police. They came out with a couple different series of it. And one of my absolute favorite series. Because like they had like little things that like you captured one of the Blacktron guys in, you know, and then, you know, you took them on the ship, you know, it connected to the ship and you could take it with you and stuff. So Space Police was one of my favorites. In fact, this is the big ship from the Space Police. And so I was going through this stuff like this. I remember the name of this. This is the FX Star Patroller. This is like one of the first ships that I ever got as a kid. And it's funny too looking at the instructions because like there's no defining lines around it. There's no multiple bags. It's just you throw the stuff out and you build, you know. A lot of times we just put it in the box and you built it, you know, from all the pieces and things like that. So as I'm going through this, I'm like, okay, I have all these instructions, you know, these are from older sets and things. Like that's one of the Blacktron bases and stuff. And I'm like, oh, and this is my original Blacktron base, you know. It's going good. How is yours? And so I'm like, so where's my Legos? And then I found this box. This box right here. So what I'm gonna do is take these out. This is an unboxing. I saw just a little bit of what was in it, and I was like, I'm gonna stop. I want to do this, you know, as kind of a stream thing. See some cool stuff. So let's see what we got in here. So this is like a one of the first. This is back whenever Episode 1 was coming out, when they first did the Star Wars series with Lego. And so this is like a droid fighter, which is probably in this box somewhere. So, but that's what that is. So that's an original set. This is also an original set for Star Wars Episode 1. Jar Jar, and yeah, I know it already is Christmas season. Watch out. Today's what? Today's the 29th. December 1st starts Whamageddon. So be aware. But this is an original Clone Wars, because this is, or not Clone Wars, episode 1. This is the Anakin's pod racer. So these boxes are in here, and I saw a couple of these things hanging out here. Oh yeah, Whamageddon. So you know the song from Wham, the Last Christmas I Gave You My Heart, but the very next day you gave it away. That's from Wham. Whamageddon starts on December 1st. If you hear it at all, like you recognize that it's the song, you lose. It's just something that people started doing. It's called Whamageddon because it's the most played song. I don't know where they determine these things and stuff, but yeah, they say it's the most played song. Now I had some pieces that were in a different box, and they kind of go together. So this is that underwater set. So, and there's Jar Jar in there. I see his ear type things and stuff. But like, some of these are cool. Like, I haven't seen these in 20 plus years. So there's most of Anakin's pod racer, like the original Lego one before they did the UCS set. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Let's see what else is in here. I saw a couple things and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stop. So this is one of those Space Police vehicles I was talking about. And this one's cool because, I mean, it's got wheels, but you turn the thing in the middle. I don't know if you can see it very well. I'm gonna lower him down a little bit. But the middle shifts. And so the wheels turn for you, so you don't have to turn him. You just turn the wheel, the thing in the middle, and it shifts. Like, you can do a whole 20-point turn, you know? Yeah. That's really cool. This was one of my favorite sets. It's neat. And it's supposed to have a thing here where you can put one of those Space Police thingies on there, but I don't know where that is. And then I saw this guy, and I was wondering where he was. This is the first Lego R2-D2 they came out with. Oh yeah, this is definitely nostalgia. So this is one of the first Mindstorm. I have the box over on my shelf, and I was like, I don't know where the pieces are. This is a Lego Mindstorms set that you could program. One of the first ones. And the wheel, you know, this is the motor part right here, and you can rotate the wheel back and forth. Whoops, knock that off. Whoops. I don't know where it goes. I'm gonna put it right here for now. But like, I had the instructions in the box, and I'm like, where are the Legos themselves? I don't know. But this is supposed to be able to go on its own, and I've never really done it. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing around with that at some point. I'd probably take it apart and re-put it back together because I think I've done it wrong. Alright, so that's R2. I'm gonna actually move these directions out of the way a little bit and move the box back so I have more room for stuff. So we got these. And this is what I really saw and got me excited. So this is that big ship that I showed you the directions for. Mostly together, being in a box for 20 years. Hi Jerry, good to see you. So this is probably from the early 90s, and like I said, I've not had this out, you know, since then. I mean, you know, it's really cool. And these, the way Lego built some of the initial stuff for like sets and things like that. So I'm gonna show you this on the little camera. The front has this little wheel. Okay. So as you crank it, the front lifts up like that. And there's a little vehicle that would sit inside here, and it gets pushed out. So Lego was even doing cool stuff like that back in the day. Each of these little pods have a little escape ship type thing you can see here. And then there's a back part, like a base part, that Lego always had with their big ships, where you lift these up, it would open up, and you could pull it out and everything like that. So this is an original Space Police that's just awesome to see. I remember building this many times, so it's really cool to see. Good to see it again. And I saw that and I was like, oh, there it is. Let's see what else we got in here. Speeder bike. That's probably one of the first speeder bikes. It's not fully together. I'm missing the bottom stuff, but it's somewhere in that box, I'm sure. Jabba sail barge with the little what is it called? Little plank, walking the plank that Luke jumps off of or whatever in Return of the Jedi. So yeah, it's a mini little thing. Ooh, I forgot I had this. This is Darth Vader's. This is the first one. And notice how it uses a lot of blue and black, the original Star Wars stuff. So this is Darth Vader's, his TIE fighter. Hi, whoever joined. Going through some nostalgia stuff, some stuff that's really old. This is back whenever they first started the Star Wars line. So this is what came out probably in 2000, 2001. There's a Y-wing in the box that I just saw that goes with it as part of the set. But if you look at this one, the one that's over here, this is also Darth Vader's TIE fighter. Exact same thing. Yeah, isn't it? And it's black. I mean, like this, you can see it's gray and black, you know? Here, I'll get it. Hold on. Let's do a comparison. Let us do a comparison. So this is the newer one. This is the original. Now, some of the shape is the same, like the cockpit shape, but not a lot. It looks so bad. Comparatively speaking, look at that. Yeah, so cool seeing the differences as as things came out. Put this back down. Yeah, it is definitely ugly and blocky, and again, the wrong color, blue and black. I have a TIE Interceptor, the UCS TIE Interceptor, up on my shelf, and it's black. Like, that's what they originally did. It's a lot of black pieces and some darker gray. It does not look like a Star Wars ship. So, all right, let's put him back there. I'll move the box this way a little bit. Let's see what else we got in here. I know I just mentioned the Y-wing. Let's see if I can get him out. Oop. He's got a vine on him. He's got part of a stap on him. I gotta find the rest of. Ooh, that got bent. I might have to bend that out again. It's been sitting in there a long time. So there's part of a Y-wing in there, little R2 or a little, yeah, it's a little R unit, whatever kind it is. I might have to just buy a new one of those. Cockpit does open, and there is a pilot in there. Yeah, this is the way they did stuff back then, Very simplistic whenever they were first coming out with these things, again, 20 years ago. But the funny thing is, so there's something here, too. So if you look, that doesn't stay very well. There's a little, you shift those open, and there's a little, there's like a little suitcase. I'm not even sure what to call it. It doesn't want to come out. Come on. There we go. It's like, a little storage box that sits in there. So that's kind of neat. They did little things like that. Even has the little Rebel Alliance symbol on it. Alright, we're going to pile this stuff up. Ooh. Oh man, I totally forgot I had that. Alright, we'll go back to this. So this is the instructions I had for the one ship for the Space Police. Very simple little ship. Kind of cool though, because again, what they did with early space ships is they had little hidden things. So like if you look here, you pull down over here, and the wings come out. So now it can fire. It can shoot. So they hid things a lot. They made things interesting and intricate in a lot of ways. There's that other nacelle for the Y-wing. Here, let's just put that on. We'll do a little building. There we go. Now it looks more like a Y-wing. I think I got 2 of these. This is the same. I think I ended up with 2 of these somehow. Maybe a sibling set that I somehow got. Another little, that's the instruction book for it, for that. Put that other with the other instructions. What is this? Oh, I believe, I'm not sure. I believe this is Darth Maul's ship, maybe? Yeah, it is, because here's the little, these are the little droids that he releases on Tatooine in Episode 1. Again, a lot of this is from Episode 1, because that's when the Star Wars stuff first came out. It's kind of neat looking. Obviously, there's wings that go on there for his ship, but yeah, I don't know if those are in there or not. But this, I completely forgot about. That is rare. That is very rare. This is one of the original, you can see with the plating they have on here. But it's a play set, so you can open things and, you know, open the back. That opens up. C-3PO is in there. Yeah, this is one of the ugly ones. So you can go into little compartments here. This one fell off. Put that back on there. I don't know how well the cockpit opens. It might just like pull off because that's what they do with some of those things. Because it doesn't tilt off. Let's see. There we go. So there's Han. Funny looking Han. Sitting in there. There is a computer on there. And it looks like the Death Star trench on there. So yeah, this is an old Falcon. I forgot I had this. Funny thing is too, actually, now that I just look at it, so I don't have the UCS Falcon here because it's at the Trolley Museum, but the UCS Falcon uses these exact same things for the engines. It uses 3 of them to make the Falcon, or to make the Falcon's engines, which is kind of neat. This is the gun turret. Someone can kind of go in there, I guess. Nothing underneath, unlike the UCS one. It's just, whoops, just landing gear. So we'll put that over here. Oh man. Let's see what else we got. Oh, these are some of the wings it looks like for, yeah, these are for Darth Maul's ship. Let's see if we can put that together. Again, the coloring and stuff is so, I mean, look at all the blue on this. So different. I have to put this out of the way on the floor. So this is Darth Maul's, like I said. Well, I don't have the things that join it up, but the wings are supposed to go on it like here. Something like that. Let me see if they're, there they are. So let's see. Let's see if we can put this together. I'm not sure which way it goes. Probably this way? Maybe? Or this way? Nah, it wouldn't work that way. This way? No, it's going to run into, so it's going to have to go backwards like that. Okay. And that's a gun. Probably this one. There we go. That looks better. Little cockpit area here. I don't think that opens up though. And this is all old stuff. There we go. That looks more like Darth Maul's ship. Not very elegant. I know there's another version of it, but yeah. So that looks a little better. Let's see what else we got in here. There's that instructions for one of the droid ships I was showing right at the beginning. Hi everyone that's joined up. I am going through some nostalgia stuff. A box that I found that is old Legos, like old original Star Wars Legos. That is really, really, really cool. That I haven't seen in 20 years. So it's neat to go through this stuff. I'm just seeing what I have, trying to put some of it together just for the fun of it. And it's funny seeing how much simpler Lego was back then. Yeah, Vulture Droid, yeah. So let's put this on here. Whoops. And it doesn't, things fall off very easy on this. Alright. And he doesn't, does he transform? Oh, he does. Hold on, hold on. Let me get the other wing part. Okay, so this is the Vulture Droid as he's flying around. And I guess that's all he does. So his wings go down and he can stand. Not as cool as in the movie, but you know. Oh, the head. Oh, I see. The head comes off for some reason. I think you're just supposed to put it on there. There you go. Not very elegant. But again, old Lego was not very elegant. Up here's the original Darth Maul. There he is. Had an actual cloth cape. Doesn't have the horns though. He might not have had it. He might have a like a cloak top. But there's his double-bladed lightsaber. He goes with his ship. We'll put him on there. So yeah, these are really neat to see. And again, there's bits and pieces here of other, oh, there it is. Let's put his cloak on. That's why he doesn't have any spikes on his head. There, he's supposed to have his cloak. There's Darth Maul. Because when he's flying his ship and he's on Tatooine, he has the cloak. You don't see his face, really. So yeah, there's Qui-Gon Jinn with his hair falling over. Some little extra pieces there. Another Jar Jar. Jar Jar looks, hi you are. Jar Jar looks really funny. He looks really goofy. Like his coloring is so off. So I'm going through some of this stuff in this box, and it's really cool finding out some of this stuff. Like old Lego set stuff. Really neat. I haven't seen this stuff in a long time. A couple more vines and things. Odds and ends. I know some of these pieces I'm probably missing or broke. I'll have to get new ones. Get replacements if I can. Checking underneath the box thingies. Alright, so let's put that down. No, VW Beetle came way later. But I was showing a comparison between this is the original Darth Vader's his big ship, or not his big ship, but his TIE fighter. Ooh, actually, this goes on here. Hold on. Let's move him out of the way. And this, look at this. Look at this. This is the hatch. So the hatch looks way different. Okay? So that's the hatch. Yes, it is. It's blue and black. Okay? So let's compare. So there's Darth Vader and his fighter. Okay? Now let's compare it with this one. Exact same ship, totally different looking. I mean, it's an actual hatch that's there. And yeah, you can see how things changed from the first one versus the most recent one that they came out with. Yeah. Completely different. So yeah, there's this. Y-Wing, like I said, I'm going to have to, some of these got bent. I have to play around with those. But this is the original Y-Wing that they came out with back in the day. A lot of these are. Some extra pieces in here. I see a Padme in there. Yeah, isn't that cool? This I'm excited to play with once I get batteries for it and look at the instructions. This is one of the original Lego Mindstorms, and it's a movable R2 that I've had for a long time and never did anything with, but it's one of the original Mindstorm sets. I've had the box sitting on my shelf, and I'm always like, where are the pieces for it? And now I have them. So he will be interesting to try out and see how he works. I've just never done it. Never had. I may take him all the way apart and then put him together at some point. So Vulture Droid, we'll put him back to ship mode. It's not as elegant as a transformation as some of them. He's very simple, but you know, that's what they did. A couple more speeder bikes, which actually will fit in the AT that I have, the UCS AT. No, I mean it was when I was growing up, but actually this was a box of Legos that was in my closet that I finally decided to just go through. Little Space Police ship, little Space Police vehicle that kind of steers on its own, and then this is the bigger one. Though I don't know where the back end is. The back side, it might be in some of my other things, but they're really neat because Lego always designed these things to have hidden compartments and stuff for their space stuff. You know, it's funny too is I don't see any of the Blacktron stuff. I'm gonna have to look for that too. But so they have like little escape ships that hide in there. Yeah, it does. You can see it's all dusty. But this was cool. I showed them this. There's a little knob over here that you turn, and that lifts up the front. And there's a little vehicle that goes inside here that shoots out. And that's the guy that's the pilot. So for the simplicity that Lego was in some ways, like they definitely made up for it in other ways. They got very creative with how they put stuff together. Seriously? You put it in the dishwasher? No. No. Say that's not so. That just sounds like that's a bad idea. Really? Huh. Well, I may have to do that. There we go. So there's supposed to be a back part that goes here. I mean, a lot of times whenever Lego for the Space series, when they did the big ships, they always had it so they could interconnect. You always had a part that was like the base that would stay there, and then the front part would leave. So what they did was with the Space Police, they have one connector here that the thing connects into. It kind of slides into this, but this also would keep it from falling out. So what you did was you would lift these up, and that opens these. So they had their own way of locking stuff. Then you would slide the base in, and then these would close again, and the base part would not be able to come out. So they definitely had intricate ways. This is supposed to go up here. I remember this. It's like I'm reliving my childhood. This goes on there. See, I'm building Legos tonight. I didn't think I was going to, but I am. Ooh, yeah. So here we go. And that goes up there. Ooh, never mind. What did I drop? I dropped something. All these Legos are kind of loose. There we go. And then this is the other one that goes in the front here. I loved the Space Police series. It was so cool. There's supposed to be ones. These ones go over here. I think they go down. Not sure. Not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. They might go. They might. No, they definitely go down. I'm pretty sure. So he's pretty much done now. I don't have the front vehicle for him. He's probably actually in one of my other bins, but that's pretty much how he's supposed to look. He's pretty cool. I'm definitely going to take him apart and rebuild him because I have the so this guy, here, I'll show you the instructions because it's kind of neat. Completely different from how Legos are now, how the instructions are. So this is the instruction book for this guy. You can see the back part here. That's not here. Nothing recently. There's the vehicle that goes in the front, right there. See how they did instructions back then? There was no bags 1, 2, and 3. It's just, here you go. Take your pieces, throw them into a thing. There you go. That's it. That's all it was. And you just put it together. I mean, no preamble, no nothing. They're just like, here, you're putting it together like this. Gosh, I remember putting this together. It was so fun. Because we would put them together, take them apart, and then do other things with them. You know what I mean? Yeah, no new purchases lately. I actually bought something, but it's for Christmas from my parents because I was paying attention to it, and it was a deal that was at Walmart, and it got delayed in shipping. So now I'm waiting for it to show up. So yeah. And that, oh, there's how you create the base. See how much they just shove all the steps together. It was like, you figure it out. It wasn't very complicated necessarily, but they're like, nah, you figure it out. This one even had, you could put two of these prison things in there, and that's it. Yeah, they definitely did things a lot simpler back then. Let me see if I can find where'd the FX Star Patroller. See, that was even a little bit more modern. This guy is even older. So this is original Spaceman. I know I have him somewhere. This is original Spaceman and one of the original like robots that they had. Ah! As you can see, it's falling apart. But like, you make a little vehicle for him, then you do the front of the ship. And again, they just shove it all together. I mean, there, you've made it in 13 steps. You know, if you miss a step, well, there's not a lot of pieces necessarily. And now we're gonna do the back of it, and the little vehicle actually goes into there. The 2-in-1 power mine. Oh, I remember seeing those. I don't think I ever actually got any of those. So then you put it together. There's the back end of it. You put it, you can combine it together, and you have the little vehicle that drives in, and he can't stay in there whenever it is, but yeah, he just drives in, you know. Yeah, I don't remember those things. Or I mean, I do remember them, but I never had any of them. This guy though, I completely forgot I had him, and he is so weird. Compared to some of the other Falcons, like he's just goofy. The radar dish goes up there. I don't know if I have. Oh, maybe this is it. That might be it. I don't know for sure. It's been so long. It's just so weird seeing this. Hi, Pixie. There's a lot of stuff here, so you might be in the way. Alright, let's see if I can figure out. Oh, it just goes in the corners. And so I think this goes on there. This goes. Oh, let's see which way it goes. Oh, there we go. This goes on here. So I need one more. And see if I can find another foot. I have this part of it. Let's go to something else. And that's not it. Ah, here we go. It does. It absolutely does look like he bought it from the dollar store. It absolutely does. Okay, there we go. So now we got the landing gear. So he's pretty much, this thing I think is pretty much done. It looks so, I mean, obviously compared to the UCS Falcon, it's gonna look cheesy. But like, even for standard Lego, this looks kind of cheesy. And again, look at the colorings they used for this stuff. I mean, like, move this stuff out of the way. The coloring is so weird. Ah, yeah, I don't know. Laser turret on top. Let's see if I have those. I think I saw that too. Let's move him out of the way. Nope. I'm pretty sure I saw the quad laser somewhere. Yeah, isn't that cool? Hi, Logan. Good to see ya. Ooh. Yeah, I was just unboxing my box and seeing what I had. And I have a lot of weird stuff. I have some original stuff. Ah, there it is. There's the turret. This goes up here. There we go. Oh man, that looks bad. Maybe it goes the other way. Whoops. There we go. I bet you that. There we go. That looks better. So that's the quad turret. It looks so bad. Oh man. Yeah, original. This is the original. I forget what Darth Maul's ship is called, but that's the original of that. Original Space Police. Original Darth Vader's TIE Fighter. His isn't a TIE Fighter, his is a TIE Advanced. But still, that's original. Look at all black, blue, stuff like that. Over here in the corner is the current one. Totally different. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff that I found, and I was surprised at. Also, this is going to be fun to play with. I'm gonna probably take it apart and rebuild it, but this is the original R2 Mindstorms. It's got the little Mindstorms thing here, and I never actually played around with it, so I'm curious to see. I have the box, and I was always wondering what I did with all the pieces. Well, I found them. Jabba, skiff from Jabba's sail barge, Anakin's original pod racer. Yeah, this just has some really cool stuff. Ooh, actually in that bag, where's the bag? I think I have the, almost knocked him off. I think in the bag I have the other vanes for Anakin's pod racer. There we go. Might as well put those on, right? Yep. This one goes on top. It's not built very well. None of them are. But this is original. Like, the Star Wars series for Lego came out with Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. So, yeah. It's really neat. These have sat in this, these things are probably stuck this way because they've sat in here for over 20 years like this. And there's Anakin with his little stuff. I think there's supposed to be a couple little things that come down here to keep it upright. I'm not sure which ones those are. Oh wait. Ooh, those go on the back. There we go. We're building Legos tonight. So this goes back here. Uh-oh, my cat is playing around. Alright, so that's one back piece. I need the other one over here. I'm not sure where it is. It might be in this bag. There it is! Yo-ho-ho! There we go. As Anakin says, this is pod racing. So, there we go. Looks pretty cool. I like how they did the orange little things and stuff. Yeah, I'm surprised I have this original Falcon in here and stuff. I mean, it's just like really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna be having some stuff to go through prior to Christmas, I think. I'm gonna play around with and stuff. And that'll give time for, what I'm going to do is a little bit of a poll. I'll post it on Instagram and YouTube and stuff as to which set I'm going to start after the new year. I think I'm going to play around with some of these things, like the Lego Mindstorms. I might do that. I'll probably do that next week, just for the fun of it. And just play around with getting some of these things back to where they should be, set-wise and stuff, because I mean, they're just really cool. I like I said, the Space Police is one of my favorites. That'll be fun to play with. But he still looks pretty cool too. So yeah, kind of a different stream tonight. But hey, you know, those are the kind of things that you do sometimes. You know, change things up a little bit so it's not too boring. Ooh, we can put him together. So these things, these are the staps that the, oops, he fell off. These are the battle droid little ships that they rode in episode 1. And you put them, and they were on this little clear stand, so it looked like they were flying. This guy goes on here. That's the gun. Where does that go? It goes on the end there. Does it really? Yep, it does. And then they just kind of, they just stand there, right beside it. And there they go. So there you go. I think they're called staps. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah. A little bit of everything, it looks like. Oh, this is, I bet you this is the ship. This is the little thing that Darth Maul rides. I wonder if it goes back here. Does this open? Oh, it does. That opens. Does this fit? I don't know if it does. Oh, I think it does. Let's see. I have to lift it up a little bit. It does. The little escape ship is the little ship that Darth Maul rides. It fits in there. That's cool. All right, so we got that in there now. So yeah, really neat. Now let's see if we can get the landing gear on. I'm not sure how it goes on. I don't even have the instructions. I don't know where they are. So let's put, there's 3 of these though that are 2 by 2 by 2. So we'll put one there just for the fun of it to try and figure out. One there. Oh, I agree, absolutely. And in fact, the imperfections kind of made them fun in a sense. You know what I mean? They definitely made them different. There we go. That should be down there. Let's see if he'll land. Or if he'll sit right. Yep, he sits right. Yeah, they definitely, the imperfections and the weirdness of them. Because, I mean, they were Star Wars sets that were just coming out for the first time. So, yeah, it was kind of like, wow, the Falcon. That's all you thought, you know? And they did, like these. These all lift up. The gun turret lifts up. The back of this lifts up. That lifts up for some reason. I mean, there's all kinds of little storage things that are in there. I think there's a, where was 3PO? I just saw him. Oh wait, what is this? Does it, whoops, I knocked that off. Does it actually have an escape pod in there? It does. How are you supposed to get that out? So there is an escape pod. Oh, there's 3PO. Hold on. Oh. So you can put the people in, but they don't really have a place to go, so to speak. I'm trying to get 3PO out, now he's just stuck. But there is an escape, I don't know if you can see it. There's an escape pod in here. And I don't know how to get it out. But yeah, it had all kinds of secret compartments and features and stuff, so. How am I supposed to get you out? Because this side thing doesn't open. It's just the top here. It probably has to come apart. It's the only way it's going to happen now, because 3PO is stuck in there now. Is there? Let's see. Let's see if you're right. Oh, you're right, maybe? You are right. There it is. See the ramp? Oh, I'm just again, things were not built the best. There we go. Oh, there's the escape pod right there. And here we go. See if it comes out. Shoo! There we go. That's so funny. Let's put it back in. And let's go all the way. And we'll lift it back up. There we go. Okay. So then this side has one too, but it's just the boarding ramp. See, that one's just the boarding ramp. Ah, okay. Let's put these feet back on. There's plenty to play with and look at and stuff, so the coloring is so funny. I love it. That is awesome. I wonder how much this thing is worth altogether like this. I have to look it up. Thank you. I completely forgot about those being, you know, ramps underneath and stuff. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun to go through some things and check them out, see what's missing, what can still be put together, what's in some of my other boxes and things that goes together with all this stuff. And yeah, so like I said, a little bit different of a day. Doesn't make it any less enjoyable to go through stuff. So thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And next week we're gonna probably play with the Mindstorms, or we might play with the Falcon. I don't know, or we'll play with I don't know, or the space. I don't know. Sky's the limit. So next week I might have an announcement too. I got an interesting email. I'm not going to say anything more about it. I got an interesting email about an hour ago. No, about 2 hours ago. And yeah, still checking it out, but we'll see what happens. So until next time, keep on building. Have a great night.